the first of all, before we make presentation, I would like to pay my respect to all honorable here and good morning teacher, good morning Sister Jana. And today we feel bored a little bit because there are only several students just come today, and the previous week more than this, the student more than this, and today I don't know why. And we also feel proud as well that we had catch the chance to make presentation, but unfortunately I didn't be ready with my presentation because I was too busy at the previous day. Like I told teacher and maybe all of you here understand some. And come back to my presentation today. My topic today talk about the effective school and classroom discipline. And chapter E on page 33 to page 40, we have to respond. My name is Jun and Honorable SUN. And for this, you need me separate two parts. For me, respond the first one. And here, this is my points that I want to choose and to share to all of you. The first one, introductions and definitions. And for this slide, there are 5 points. The first one, discipline issue can become all-consuming for principals. It means that it focuses on the emotion of the people, of the student that they come to school, because the people come to school always have different feelings. Some people feel happy to school and others not happy to school because can be come from their society or family as well. And about the second one, it is important to understand the underlying cause of discipline. This point is very nice to understand about the basic cause. When we understand about the basic cause, we can understand everything that the basic. If you don't know exactly about the basic, maybe you have to make sure about the problem. And also this point is important. And about third one, it's necessary to recognize why students become misbehavior. And from generation to next generation, the people, not only the people I want to focus on, the people around the world always have everything different and different always, and also change from year to year, from generation to generation, always change. And before, like teacher and everyone here, however we just born right now, but we used to hear from our last generation that the previous time the people respect each other so much, like young generation or young people respect the old people when they come to cross or come in front of, they bow head and raise both hand up and make salutation to each other because they respect. We are Cambodian, we know how to respect each other. And until now, they change a little bit related to big behavior. They care less with the morality because actually for each country they always have the morality. But for Cambodian, they respect all, they respect the old men, they respect the old people because we young generation, we have to respect the old generation, old people. And I just speak briefly. And second one, effective, successful achieving the results that you want. Achieving or successful the results that you want. As we are student or teacher or everyone that will have to be successful with something, we must limit it with our mind, and when we limit it already, we have to practice that thing. If you don't practice, maybe everything cannot be successful yet. And the last one, discipline. Discipline here, behaving in a very controlled way. Behaving in a very controlled way. Control way is is also important thing. When have problem happening, we must have a special way to control them. To control the problems. When we don't know how to control, maybe our purpose, maybe our task can be lost because we don't know how to control. So we must understand about the underlying cause. When we understand, when must be meeting with each other like staff or student or teacher in our school, and then try to solve about the problem. Okay, and next slide. The four main source of these behaviors. This is the series of losing that. It is said. There are 4 points. The first one, kids being kids. Kids being kids means a lack of sophistication or mental judgment. Like kid being kid means actually everybody, when we were young, we don't know something exactly. Mean we don't know everything around clearly. We have to criticize, we have to consider about the problem. Like old people, our brother, our sister say something, or the scholar, teacher, whoever around us talk something critically a bit, we don't know exactly. We have to make solving with that problem. So kids is being kid or kid, they are a lack of sophistication or methods of judgment, because the kids don't know how to solve problem. Yeah. And second one, different agenda. Different agendas are the students, not only the young, just our adults as well, like us. Everything can be bought because related to friends, because we don't have enough friends, don't have good friends. When we have bad friends, they always guide us to do bad things. When we have good friend or scholar friend, they can guide us, they can show us to do good things, ask us to practice good things like study or do something that useful our life, our society, our country, our world as well. And can be bought. When we feel bored, we don't know how to do something, we hopeless, we want us to pick up everything, we don't want us to do anything. And second one, angry. Angry if the student, if the people didn't study, didn't get high education from teacher, from parents, from our generation, maybe they had to control their mind. They always do something. When somebody speaks something a little bit, impacts their life, impacts their feeling, they react quickly with people speech. So easy to be angry, And second one, not attention. They lazy, they hard to join with other people's events because they show that those are useless, not important as well. So they don't pay too much time with that event. And second one, value in confluence. This point they are unable to act appropriately. They don't want to act with some people around because they mostly they said if they go to join, they go to be acted with that, maybe it's not good or useless as well. It relies on their thinking. Yeah. And this second one, disorders. Disorder can be come from psychological. Psychological is also very important as well for people around the world. If we have the problems with our brain, with feeling, we cannot do something smoothly because we always think something at most wrong. Nobody around encourage them, guide them to do something useful for their life or their family as well. And can be from social, extremely severe. And one more thing is social as well. Social or society. Society, the first one can be from our own body. Second one can be from families, parents, or members in the family. And second one, the third one can be from society. All those three things are very good. If as we are students, if we don't know anything, we can ask our generation and try to follow them. And the parents in the family, when they got a lot of experience, good experience, they share to the members in the family. And second one, they share to the society. When the student, when the member in the family can control their mind, their family can control the student, and when they get a lot of things, good things, they can keep everything better, and especially the societies. The society is important because, like in Cambodia, if the society careless with the people that living in society, maybe the people they will do something they don't care. The society will be lose the peace, and the society can be chaos. Like this, teacher, I forgot this word. Chaos or chaos.
Chaos or chaotic or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, chaotic, like collapse.
Chaos, yeah. And the last one of my points, restorative justice, is an approach that emphasizes on the harm caused. This also we have to collect the information to show them if that problem happens in our society or our family, our school, anywhere. When we know, when we understand well about the underlying cause, we gather it and be meeting with each other and then try to show about the problem. This is the whatever I got understanding from slide or from my book. Yeah. And for next point, I give the special time here to Honorable Sun coming to share presentation to all of you. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay. Once again, I would like to say hello, Professor and ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Venerable, for good presentation about our topic is back to school and classroom discipline. Okay, so let me go on the next slide about discipline policy. Discipline platform, do you see my slide? I sent it in daily answer.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Dr. Somara.
Okay. Discipline policy are very important for a leader or manager who control in the school. What is the discipline policy that to do effective in the school? So when we developing this discipline policy, we should remember that the policy that to be effective, so we keep it simple, so that everyone can understand and remember about the components. And the first point here, the effective policy, keep it simple, and to be sure the language is easily understood. Why? Because when we post them in the student that any policy of school that a student can remember and understand, so that they can follow the rule or policy of school. So it means that the leader do whatever that a student can understand about the policy. And the one more thing, the leader or manager concentrate on the basic right, especially the safety, learning and respecting. Ensure that the student can respect, and when they become school, they feel comfortable and safety for learning. And let me move the next slide about the characteristics of effective discipline policy. The first point, information, factual problems and accurate data. This point means that any information of the school should be should be factually, not ramos, and about the right data before we change the policy. And the second point, involvement, all group involved in creating it and all students. Means that when we want to create the policy of school, so we require teachers, staff, and including the student also know about the policy. Yeah. And problem, definition define problem as a step toward a solving. Mean that at some point not sure that they agree on, but we have to clear the first step to deal with the problem that happens first. And flexibility policy should allow for different situations. So the smart leader or the principal of school should be flexible different situation or the local community. Because when we put any policy, we should to be understand about the context of the people who live in our school. And communication, whoever should be aware of school policy. This is relative the parents, students, and also teachers that know about the school policy. Okay, let me move this one. And the sample classroom policy with command rule. The first point, thoughtfully developed. It is conducting to a good teaching. Normally in school, in a teaching, a teacher is role important play in conducting a school to follow the rule. So how can a teacher can conduct a student to be effectively? So maybe they have some rule or they set up rule to be the process of the rule smoothly. So the teacher is the role play for make sure the student to follow up with her or him. So for example, when a student go to outside house, student talk with teacher allow the outside or when they want mean that a student have to respect each other, don't make a noise, or disturb something. Yes. This is the example of school policy. Okay, our presentation is finished. So thank you very much everyone for your great attention.
Okay. Okay, any question? No question?
You don't understand.
Okay, any point that you want to clarify?
Can discuss to each other about
Okay.
evaluation.
Anyone? Any question?
No, very good. Very clear.
Clear, clean. No? Any doubt? No? Okay, since the topic is talk about effective school and classroom discipline. Okay, just as one case, for example, like in Cambodia, we can say the people don't like the discipline or rule. For example, if you set up a strict rule, they may go away from the school. They will go and find a new school and study. Okay, so in this case, if you were a school principal out of private sector and you just work for the other, and your boss just care so much about the student. Okay, so if that concept in the Cambodian people mind, so what should you do? You should strengthen the discipline, or you just keep it as normal? Yeah. It's okay, you can discuss, it's okay.
As I presented about the policy that we want to a student follow up. So the principal of school, a leader or manager, think about the policy that makes sure students remember and understand about the policy. And the policy, we can put a list, and then when a student attend school, so they can see the policy. So meaning that they can remember about that policy. Therefore, they can follow up the policy of school. So the policy of school, we should be understand about the context or the situation of that people who live that local community. Yeah. We cannot enforce them to follow it or punish to them. We think about the core value rather than the punishment. Is my answer.
Okay. How about your answer?
For my understanding, whatever I shot, as I was a school leader, I just respect the school policy. If I normally all the school, not only in Cambodia, although other countries as well, they always limit the policy for controlling everything in their school. So as we are student or teacher that work there, we must respect or we must follow that policy. If we don't respect their policy, the school leader can be blame us because we didn't practice their school policy. And if we practice, all the school leaders they accept already, and then I mean that if we don't practice the school policy, they can blame us. If we practice already, mean everything is right, whatever the school leaders said, and we practice good already, and they blame us. This point we can talk something with them by easily. Don't be angry as we are the sharers knowledge to the next generation. If we didn't do something wrong and they blame us, they talk something bad to us, we feel bad a little bit as well. Not only teacher, also the policeman as well. The people have the same feeling. This is my idea. Thank you.
Okay, that's one just about policy implementation, right? Or discipline implementation. Okay, my question you can say like, if you strengthen the discipline or the rule, you may love the student. You get it? But we can say like your boss or the owner of the school, they really need the student to stay and study. If we can say there are many students, there are a lot of money for their school.
Yes.
Yeah. So in here we can say if you were the school leader or the school principal, do you decide to strengthen the discipline, or you decided not to do it?
Well, you mean about to be strengthen the policy of school?
Policy or school discipline, you can say discipline. Yeah, discipline. Like for example, like if the student come late, it's not acceptable. If they did not respect to the discipline, like a uniform, ID card, shoe or something, we can say if they wear something wrong to school, you will not allow them to come in and study.
Yeah.
Or even you allow it unless they have any request to wear the wrong uniform for today. They not mean they just do something wrong, they just come to the class without our permission or something in here. For example, right? So would you strengthen like this way, or you just okay, since you care about the student, should not just let them do whatever they want?
I think that the principal of school, like boss in school, when they get this problem, so they mean that he or she can request all the teacher come and meeting to discuss each other about the problem that student not follow the rule. So the teacher mean that they closely with the student. So when the student makes some problem, that's problem that happens. So the teacher can set the rule or advise something to them. Meaning that we have any idea with the policy of school. When you learn in our school, should we follow our principal of school. Yes. I think that most of the school also have a consultant that bring them to use some advice to ensure them follow the rule of school.
I want to add more. As we are the school principal, or we can say as we are teacher, and today we are teaching the student, and then have some student come late to school, and they don't respect some points of the school policy, like actually all the school they always have different policy. Some school they allow the students can wear any kinds of clothes. It's okay. It relies on the time. And at the school, they must be the schools, the school clothes. And I want to ask you debate related to if the school come late, like our school, that all the students, like the male student, must have short hair, and about the female student, long hair up to them, but don't paint the red color, gray color, with different black. It's not okay. Must be wearing long clothes, not short, too short, like this, like that, cannot allow to study. So if that student come to school late, when they don't respect some point of the school policy, or they late or some late come to school, actually all the teacher, before they come to teach that this university or this school, they always get some policy from the school leader. The school leader always guide or always show, always tell about the school policy. If the student come late, if the student absent, how many times, how many hours, related to the school policy. And we understand already about that policy. When the student come late, one time, example, because if we don't allow them to come to school, maybe the student agree with us, and they can go to tell about the school leader, or tell their parents as well related to this point, and can the family or their parents or school leader can blame us or can kick us out from the school like this. And this point we should, the first time, we should allow them to sit and study. And if this action can happen again and again, we can tell the school leader, like teacher, this student, his name is like this, like that, he always come late, yeah, and always has that this red color, different the school policy, like don't respect the school policy. Always do like this. When they come to class during I'm teaching, they always disturb me, disturb friends in the class, make a loud voice, or don't make the phone silent, like this, like that, everything. So this point, if always happen like this again and again, we should tell the school leader, as we are school principal. Yeah, we cannot limit by our own self, our own rule, because we just come to teach, we understand, we practice a little bit point from the school leader. And then if they come late, if they don't respect the school policy, as we are teacher in the class, as we are classroom teacher, we can ask them, teacher, our student look at the policy here, or before we teach. The first day of the semester, we give the course syllabus, we give the policy of the school to them, to all of you to understand. And if they don't respect, you have to review them again and again, and ask them why you don't respect the school policy. You don't do like this. If you do like this more, I will take them to the school leader, to the boss, like this, like that. And if we don't have enough ability to control them, you ask them, or ask the school leaders, call them to educate them. Like, yeah, educate them, whatever we can do if we have that problem. Yes, this is my idea. Yes. person too.
Okay, you should answer to how to implement the school policy or discipline, right?
Yeah.
But we can say like you have the right to make decision in here. If you decide to strengthen the discipline, you may love the student. You get it? So you should or should not? The answer is short one. Should or should not?
How to like it now? Yeah. I shot. You should not.
Okay, should not. Since you are afraid of being love the student, right?
Yeah. I afraid lots of students.
Okay.
So I must allow them to sit and talk something. But
Okay.
study.
How about Honorable Supreme?
For me, in the name of a post or the leader in the one school, we think about the advantage and disadvantage about the policy. When we create a good policies and appropriate with student, so I think that policy is good processing and leads them smoothly. Yeah.
So you just look at this one and you don't care about whether it is good enough or not. Okay, how about the audience? Should
I just give an experience from Australia. In Cambodia, you lose students. 100% you lose students because the parents. When you complain to the parents get a 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, 5-star, doesn't matter. They'll pick the student out from the private school and go to another school. The private schools we're talking about, pay school. In Australia, I was studying year 12 in the pay school, but I got a scholarship. The pay school is 1 month, $700 US, 43 years ago. Now it's about 40,000 US 1 year. Yeah. The discipline in Australia from grade 1 to grade 12 is very strict. No movement, whether it's a private school or a government school, you follow. Or else, you go somewhere else. Maybe not at home. Another detention camp. It's a military style of schooling. Yeah? So, some parents would like to put them into a school, like Melbourne High School. They wear army uniform. One of the best schools in the world. So, the parents prefer to put them there free of charge. It's a government school. Discipline. But my school is a private school, grammar school. Every day, we have to make very sure that you stand up of the class. The teacher will inspect all the fingernails, cut. Girls tie up the hair, skirt up to here, shoe polish, stocking so high. I was staying in the hostel because I'm a foreign student. A hostel, like, how do you call it, hostel? Like a hotel for students.
Yeah.
Huh? Every morning, 4 o'clock, wake up, go and do the firewood, burn the boiler for the whole school system of hot water and the warm water in school. 4 o'clock in the morning, 6 degrees centigrade, 4 degrees centigrade, we have to do it, year 12 students. Then we do everything done, we wake up all the children. All the children wake up, do their beds. Then the school, the master will be in charge of the boarding school, the hostel, will come and inspect how you do your bed. Must be so smooth that you touch the hand like that. If you touch his hand, stop. Master Chu, do it again. 15 times, okay? Yes, sir. Wow. You do it again. You can do 20 times. No breakfast. Bad luck to you. Okay? That is Australia. And then we wear a tie, white shirt. Collar, no brown color. no brown color shirt. When you walk, all the students stand aligned. The discipline master with the cane, he walk. All the students, long hair, short hair doesn't matter. Australia, they do long hair, short hair. No rules on the hair. But the girls or rule, like the hair, long, short doesn't matter. So Australia, from grade 1 to grade 12, very well disciplined. Nothing to talk about the teacher, whether good or bad. Not like here. Survey form. Oh, no survey form. Teacher is the rule. And then the teachers wear the graduate gown. How you come out? When you go for graduation, you wear
The gown.
the gown. All the teachers must wear to show which school, which university, from Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, all must wear the gown when they teach in our school. And then every time when there is a chapel service, religion, all must attend. No say sick or no sick. But after year 12, you go to university, freedom. No need to come to class, you can wear underwear to school also can. If you like, you don't have to wear clothes also can, but the police will chop you. So, that is the thing. But in Cambodia, even in university standard, if you are too strict to the student, they write to the school. I think writing to the school about the teachers is, I think that is bad. The students are complaining about the teacher. What happened? The teacher is so good. All the good teachers will be kicked out. All the bad ones will be here. Do anything you want. No assignment. Do anything you want. You jump like a monkey on the window. So Australia is different. America is the same. But America is very dangerous. Why? The students in the dorm school are dangerous. If they don't like your face, they bring a gun. Indonesia the same. Indonesia, Papa, police, army, police, military. They put the gun here and sit for exam. Evaluators see the gun, you look each way. And when you ask it, the name, you don't want to talk the name, you look at the gun. This student is not the student, the name. No ID, no nothing one. Philippines the same. When you go to the Philippines, some area, police cannot go, terrorism. So all the students, you don't know who is the student. I went and worked there for 1 week, I wrote. I don't you die. Indonesia the same. But Cambodia, no. Cambodia, no. Nobody goes down to the table and sit for the test. No. But Australia, you they have to grade 12 very strict. So strict. It's so strict. But university level, freedom. Like that. But Cambodia, only one thing is bad. Writing about the teacher, survey form. That is in a communist country maybe.
Yeah.
In a communist country where Russia and China, North Korea, they like to write, report, lodge with the public security company, the department. Then they read citizen.
No class for next term.
For the next 20 years, Siberia.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
for
very
sharing.
good.
Yeah.
I think the lecturer give a very good point about Cambodia.
Yeah.
Even university standards, some students rebel against lecturers.